Thank you to everyone who's here to ITC as well. I'm really happy about the platform, thinking about how much it's going to help the West African region and Africa in general. Over the last few years, what we have seen has been a form of democratization of access and opportunity, because we're seeing a lot more people have access, which is number one, access to the internet, access to more mobile phones. We have more people than the last few years have access to the internet and mobile phones. So more people are online than they were before. And what that has done is that it has opened up the opportunity for people to actually sell. So somebody who is in Lagos, Nigeria, or Abuja, Nigeria, or Accra, Ghana, can open an Instagram account, create a product, and sell that product to somebody who's in the USA, make money in dollars, make money in pounds if they're selling to the UK. And that's international trade on its lowest level. So we're seeing more of that happening, where people have more access to internet, more access to global markets, and the barrier of entry is now drastically low. Another thing that we're also seeing is a high level of consumer engagement. Now, what does that look like? The advent of social media is allowing people to engage with their customers in real time. So people who previously would have had to do so much more to engage their customers, to find out what their customers want, to reach people to say, okay, this is a product that I have, this is how much I'm willing to sell it for, are you willing to buy? Social media has made that so much easier for us to do. And even digital marketing makes it even much easier, because now social media is just a platform that shows that people can integrate and have conversations online. But with digital marketing, you're able to go beyond your locality. So if I'm here in Nigeria, I can create a sponsored ad that will be targeted at people who are in New York, or people in Geneva, or wherever I want that to happen. And that's just a product of the access that we have to digital marketing. And I think that's really good, and it's going to help us with that. Another thing that we're also seeing is operational excellence or efficiency. What does that look like? It means that now we have more tools that we can use to make things faster. So previously, if you wanted to start a business, you'd be thinking about business card, letterhead, logo, and all those things are important. Receipts, people have to print out receipts, but now we have digital tools that do all those things. You can go on web apps, have a receipt, and somebody reaches out to you on social media, you can simply tell them, oh, this is what I do. Can you send us a receipt? You don't need to go to your printer to print out the receipt for you, because now there are digital tools that can make that happen. Another thing that we're also seeing is high level of data and insights. So now we have good information about what people want, and access to that information is no longer so difficult. You can go online and find out what it is that people in a particular country or region need, find out what you have in abundance in your region, and say, I'm going to bridge the gap between what I have and what they have by selling my product to them. And that's just because we have more access to the internet and more digital tools available. Another thing that we're also seeing as well is e-commerce. And with e-commerce, the ability to sell to people in different locations, social media gives you the interaction platform, but e-commerce helps you to actually make the money, because it's one thing to show people that you have something, but when you have e-commerce, people are able to pay online, you're able to build a brand, you're able to create an identity for your business that can grow a reputation. And so we have brands in Nigeria who have an international, global reputation for excellence, and it doesn't mean that's just because of the access that we have to e-commerce and all the available tools that we have right now. And I think lastly will be financial. The fact that now, more than in the last few years, we have more fintech tools available. A few years ago, there was no money points, there was no OPay. A long time ago, if you wanted to make transfers, you have to get cash, or now there are POS people all around the place. And so transactions have become much easier. And another thing that we're seeing with financially is the fact that people now have more access to funding more than before. So now we hear things like, you have so many programs where people are giving grants. One of the most popular ones is Tony Elumelu's Entrepreneurship Forum, where people are able to just get money, get grants into their businesses. And we see how that has helped many businesses all around West Africa and Africa in general. And I think those are some of the trends those are some of the things that we're seeing in the digital landscape over the last few years. What are the opportunities? I think one of the biggest opportunities that we have is in digital literacy. The fact that there are people who don't have access to the information that seems so basic. So there are people who are in this country or in many other African countries, and internet is available, but they don't have access to it. Social media is available, they don't have access to it. Digital skills are available, they don't have access to learn them. So I think that's a good opportunity that we have to improve digital literacy, let people learn what they need to learn so that they can improve their selves and improve the state of trade in their region. And what trends are we going to be looking at in the future as I close? I think what we'll be seeing a lot of AI. Everybody here must have heard about AI, and it's seeming to be a buzzword these days. So many AI apps, and we're even having AI apps that are doing the opposite of what some other AI apps are doing. That's how much AI is getting into the spaces. So that's a trend that I think is going to be prevalent in the future. A lot of AI apps and a lot of automation as well, where people don't have to do everything by themselves. Automation in the sense that you can create your website, create a sales funnel. People can come on your website and you don't need to send them a newsletter because you've created a funnel that has an automated system to send them messages, give them information, give them discounts, follow up with them as though you were sending them messages over time. And I think those are some of the trends that we'll see in the future in digital landscape. With the advance of digital platforms and digital opportunities for people here in Africa and West Africa, there's also the increased chance of cybersecurity attacks. And so part of the things that I mentioned earlier, which is digital literacy. In digital literacy, is not just how to use the tools, but how to preserve and keep yourself on digital platforms. Because just like you live in a regular world and you know how to keep your doors locked, you know how to keep your house safe, same way on digital platforms, you also have to learn how to keep your profile safe, how to keep your website safe, and keep yourself from every form of possible cyber attack. So those are one of the major threats that come with the advance of digital platforms and digital access for most of us. So digital literacy is going to be the solution to learning how to keep ourselves safe online and safe from cyber security threats and other threats like that.